welcome on in on a Sunday morning from Aston, PA. This is Game 4 of the EJEPL 18U Diamond Showcase. Down here in October in suburban Philly. We can't thank you enough for joining us this morning. If you're just driving by the barn, plenty of good seats available. So stop on by. If you can't catch the action, though, live, feel free to keep watching right here. We're going to have all the action coming up for you next. But first, enjoy this introduction.
This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
Well, it's a matchup against the Hershey Junior Bears here today in Aston, PA. This will be North Park looking to go 500 on the weekend. If they can take down the Hershey Junior Bears today, not the Junior Beers, although that would be an interesting team name as well, but it's the Hershey Junior Bears. A lovely barn there in Hershey for the big club, the AHL club. I believe is now affiliated with the Capitals. In any event, a wonderful place to play hockey. And this Bears team comes in without an EJ win this season thus far, but it is an impressive team. They played the Central Penn Panthers, the team that the North Park Hockey Club beat last night by a score of 10-2. The Bears played them to within a goal, but they also played the Peconic Wildcats to within a goal earlier on this season. And so, as we often say with youth hockey, you just never know what you're going to get. And that's certainly going to be the case today. The 5-minute warm-up clock has started to run here in the rink. You're going to get an extended look in at warm-ups from Aston, PA. It'll be the Bears in their brown jerseys taking on North Park in their white and blues. Stick around. Extended look in at warm-ups coming up next. This is Midnight Sports. All right, there goes the buzzer here from Aston, PA, and the warm-up period. Don't touch that radio or television dial. We're just about ready to get rolling. Got 15 minutes on the clock. Might be adjusted. It should be 25. There we go. 25 on the clock. It's an EJ game at an EJ showcase. Probably not that difficult to figure out on your end, given this is game 4 of that showcase. And it means 2 25-minute halves. If the game's tied at the end of those halves, 4-on-4 sudden death overtime with 5 minutes on the board. If still tied, 3-on-3 sudden death overtime for 5 minutes. And then if the game is knotted up at that point, it's just a regulation and overtime tie instead of the EJ playoffs where you play on until a team wins. In any event, North Park around the cage getting set here. They're the home team, nominal home team. It's a showcase in suburban Philly, so a little bit of a ways away from home, but they get last change. They get to put their stick down last in the neutral zone for each drop, and they get to wear their white sweaters here today. They'll be moving right to left on your television screen or radio dial if you're just listening in for both halves. Teams don't switch sides. That would be a long period of a long change, and so just a little more strategy at the North Park net. Excited to welcome Instagram star Lorenzo Vigliotti back to the lineup after having to sit a game yesterday. It was a face masking call, it seemed, on the ice. And he had gotten into it with a player on the other team. He was defending himself, but the officials saw it differently. And so good to have old 88 back out there. Nothing like having an influencer on the ice. All right, 25 on the clock, just about ready to get rolling here. Looks like it'll be Bo Bickoff to start in the blue paint here today, taking over for Ryan Speaker, who acquitted himself nicely last night against the Central Penn Panthers in that 10-2 victory. And Bickoff has had himself a showcase all right. Look at the wins and losses and feel like maybe it tells a different tale, but Bickoff has been a big reason North Park has done as well as it has this weekend from a playing standpoint. And so, just waiting for the huddles to break at the home bench. The officials look like they are just about ready to roll here. And we can't thank you enough for joining us right here on Midnight Sports. Reminder, North Park back in action next weekend. They take on, I believe, Long Beach as well as the Long Island Edge Saturday and Sunday respectively. Both games may be at World Ice. And so, if you don't want to battle marathon, late marathon traffic on Sunday, be sure to tune in to Midnight Sports. We should have both games for you right here on the channel. But first, beware of flying pucks and objects. Beware, the game is about to start right now. 25 on the board. Clean win there by North Park. All the way back to Keyworth. Keyworth on up past Tenenbaum to Grebin. Grebin into the offensive end. It's Grebin pushed wide. He'll pick it up at the half wall and dump it in deep. Waiting for the puck on that far side was Finkelstein, and it will now be the Bears coming back in the other direction. They'll dump in once they gain the line. And first to it is Klochek as he works that puck off the end boards all the way around the far side, and it'll be the Bears picking up in the neutral zone. Bears try to touch it farther, but it's a pass up. It's Grebin on a mini break. Grebin in all alone, tries to slide it 5-hole. What a save there by the Bears to open up this game. Rolling puck up to Keyworth, stops it at the blue line, but the Bears pour forward. Here come the Bears in the other direction. The Bears into the offensive end, and they'll stop there at the near circle. It's Klochek who was able to dispossess his man for a moment. Puck sits at the side of the cage. North Park looks to get the puck on up and out. Tenenbaum has it. He's got Grebin up the left wing. Tenenbaum carries it across the blue line into the offensive end. Tenenbaum still tight angle shot. He shoots. He scores. Well, it was Tenenbaum who was able, on a tight angle shot, to find the back of the net. And just like that, North Park has an early lead, just a minute and 6 seconds into this one. The home team draws first blood. Well, all right, puck hops up into the North Park bench there on the faceoff, and so we'll do it all over again with 23:51 left to go in this first half. It's Meller winning that puck on back to Halpern, who dumps it forward where the Bears take over in their own end. Samosi able to cut out the zone breakout there and jam up the puck at the blue line, and now Sweeney will dump and chase. It's Meller, Farrow, and Halpern as the other three skaters out there. It's Halpern all the way over in front of the Bears bench. That puck comes to the neutral zone. It's Farrow now carrying it across the line, thinking about dumping in. He stops and delays. It's a soft dump in. Sweeney tries to send it farther, but it's Meller keeping it on the blue line and carrying it in. Meller spins that puck all the way around. Samosi will go for it in the near corner. He's able to body his man long enough for Sweeney to get the puck up to Farrow. Shot comes in. It's deflected on net. Saved nicely by the Hershey Bears netminder. And so this is Farrow dumping the puck in once more. It's spun right back by Meller up to Farrow. He walks the blue line, sends it all the way across to Samosi in the bumper position. Samosi shoots, and that's saved once more. It was a Meller shot in the end. It was a nice save by the Bears. Onward we play. Play getting a little bit physical now down in the near corner as it's 2 shots on goal in the sequence for North Park. Nothing more just yet. Side of the cage, nearly tucked home. It spills all the way across the blue paint. And now it's North Park again shooting in. That's a Samosi shot saved by the Bears netminder. Burying his man is Farrow, but the puck comes all the way out of the zone. And so all the way back goes Meller to pick that puck up. It's Halpern in full stride. Partial change here for North Park. Grebin back on the ice. Vigliotti out there as well. Puck chipped up from Halpern toward Vigliotti. Vigliotti carries it forward, spins it off the boards for Grebin. Just a bit behind was the passing lane, and so the Bears able to clear the zone. The Bears pumping it up to the offensive blue line now. Keyworth to pick up, and he skates it across the logo. Still Keyworth into the offensive end. Keyworth there, drop pass, or a behind the back pass, I should say, for Grebin. And it's the Bears emerging with it. Big hit at center ice. And we'll get a stoppage in play here. For a roughing call against North Park, it'll be Vigliotti to the box. He had come across his man. Looked like he got his shoulder, but the officials blew the whistle. And so the Bears man popped right back up. It'll be a 5-on-4 in favor of the visitors in brown. North Park up a goal, down a man for the next 2 minutes on the roughing call. With 21:47 left to play in the first. The Bears have the puck in the slot. That shot goes high up into the netting off a deflection, so it's going to stay in the offensive end. With now it looks like 21:38 left to go in this first half. Still 1:52 left to go on the man advantage for the Bears. They'll stalk in, shoot in. Bickoff able to brush that aside with the big mitt. Puck gets stopped on the back of the twine. The good part if you're a North Park fan, the bad part if you're a Hershey Bears fan, but it is in the sequence, the first shot on goal there for the Bears to open up this game. It's the Bears still on the man advantage for over a minute and a half. That shot comes in. Bickoff rejects it, comes post to post to try and prevent any wraparound. The puck gets spilled wide to the far side by the Bears. They'll work it to the near side on the end boards, but getting in the way was Klochek there to prevent a Bears shot. Bears now tight angle all the way across. One-timer can't connect as the Bears had passed that to the back post. And so onward we play in Aston, PA. This is the Hershey Junior Bears breaking out of their own end at their blue line on up. It's a nice touch pass dump, but Klochek in the way. He's able to work that up, and look out. It's Tenenbaum all the way in, all alone. Tenenbaum there, he shoots, he scores. Well, it was Tenenbaum who was able to take that shorthanded pass, carry it up the rink, shoot and score on a full breakaway. And so, just like that, North Park still down a man for another minute and 1 second. Up 2 goals now. North Park's going to carry it forward. And the Bears will gain the line and dump on in. That puck took a deflection, and so it's North Park now looking to break out of their own end. Pass comes across. Bickoff gets a stick on it. Not necessarily a shot there. The puck does come out, though, of the zone, and so Bickoff active with the stick in the blue paint prevented a scoring chance. And it's a faceoff that's going to come all the way down on to the Bears' end, after it was adjudged to be an intentional offside. Now North Park able to work that puck forward. In the offensive zone, it's Meller settling it down near side of the ice. The Bears will take over once more. Still the Bears with the puck in their own end, but Meller picks it up in the near corner. Meller trying to pull it off the boards. He's got Farrow up at the near point. Meller takes a couple of hits. He's surrounded by Bears there. He did a good job holding up the puck for some time, but it's the Bears emerging with it. Farrow washes his man out of the play, and now the Bears throw it in front, and they'll keep it at the blue line and the zone, but it was eventually flicked out there by Finkelstein. North Park to take over in the neutral zone. It's Samosi on the puck. 5-on-5 hockey here. Samosi passes it toward the goal mouth. It gets sent right back out of the zone by the Bears. And so North Park will have to reset here in the neutral zone. And it's the Bears trying to get this puck out, but North Park still with possession on the far side of the ice. North Park firing that puck in. It takes a deflection, goes into the back of the glass, and the Bears will send it up and out. Eventually, Samosi to retrieve. It's North Park sending on it on quick up toward Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum with the puck all the way across the neutral zone. He's going to find Samosi. Samosi into the offensive end on the forehand. Samosi there, surveys his options, has Klochek for a one-timer, shot in and saved by the Bears. Rebound out front to the near circle. It's North Park trying to get another shot off here, but a whistle goes as it looks like the puck might have been played with a high stick. And so the face-off might come all the way down after North Park played the puck with a high stick. Not a high sticking penalty. Just a puck played with a high stick. And so it's a defensive zone drop for North Park. Up 2 goals, back to 5-on-5 hockey. Got 6-3 on the board. We'll fix our board for it. But first, it's Grebin and Vigliotti all the way into the offensive end. Vigliotti throws the puck farther for Grebin. Grebin carries it behind the net, and he'll circle around looking for Keyworth on the near side of the ice. Shot in by Vigliotti, saved by the Bears. Onward we play here. It's now the Hershey Junior Bears coming all the way into the offensive end, throwing toward the slot. Look out. Dangerous pass there for North Park, but they were able to prevent the shot from coming in and instead end up icing the puck with 17:59 left to go in this first half. I think we've got all of our technical problems out of the way, and so we can try and call this game just a little bit closer. All right, this will be Tenenbaum at the dot, far circle. Farrow mans a slot with Finkelstein. North Park wins that faceoff. It'll be Samosi to pick up in front of the camera well, and he's able to work that into the neutral zone where Hershey takes over. Hershey still on the puck, trying to step around 1 man and 2. They throw it toward the slot. It was a centering pass that was cut out by Halpern, and now it's North Park trying to break out of the zone. Unable to do so at first. The Hershey Bears on the far side of the ice. They'll carry it in deeper. Pass flutters through the low slot. Bears have it. They send it right back. Cutting out the threat that time was Farrow. Samosi on the puck. Still on the puck here on the near side of the ice. It's the Bears trying to work that puck toward the net front. Unable to do so just yet as North Park has gummed them up in this near corner. And now someone falls on the puck. It's Halpern. And so we get a stoppage in play as the puck went out of sight of the officials. And the faceoff will come out, it looks like, all the way down. We'll see if a penalty was called there. Indeed, penalty is called on the Bears for cross-checking. Explains why Halpern was on the ice. And so, North Park up 2 goals, up a man for the next 2 minutes. Shots 7-3 in the rink and 7-3 on our board. Go buy a lottery ticket. That doesn't happen very much where our board agrees with the one in the rink. In any event, it's North Park on the man advantage. Halpern able to take that face-off win and dump it into the zone. Waiting on the near side is Keyworth for the return pass from Meller. Meller has no passing lane in that direction, so he carries it to the far side. It's Tenenbaum on the puck, works it down deeper for Grebin. Meller fires on it at the end boards, takes his man out of the play. Grebin centers that, and it was the Bears first to it. They'll send it all the way down. Bickoff out of his net to slow down that puck. It's Bickoff on the puck, works it up to Keyworth, who's going to carry it behind the net to build up some speed. Keyworth still on the puck. Ice Monster tried to grab it from him, but he's got it back, does the captain. Keyworth all the way up. He's going to find Meller entering the offensive zone. Able to keep that puck in the zone momentarily was North Park, but the Bears then fire it up and out. Look out. That's a puck that flutters just past the net. It was Bickoff playing the puck, and the Ice Monster gobbled it up right in front of the crease, but no harm, no foul here for North Park as they shoot in just wide of the cage. This will now be Halpern trying to keep the zone. It flutters past him off the glass. Hard for a defender to stop that zone exit when the other team knows it doesn't have to worry about icing. And so this is Tenenbaum picking back up. 43 seconds left to go on the man advantage here as Tenenbaum finds Grebin, who shoots in just high of the cage. There was a lot of traffic in front. And now Halpern keeps the zone from his knees. Grebin has it back, sends it on over to Tenenbaum. The goal scorer shoots, and it's gloved aside by the Bears netminder. Pulled off the boards there by Grebin once more, but it'll be the Bears emerging with it. 20 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Klocek, stride for stride with his man, able to take the puck off him. And it was a great defensive play there by Dominic Klocek. It's now North Park coming back in the other direction. Tenenbaum on the puck. He'll carry it into the offensive end himself. Tenenbaum still there, shoots from the same spot where he scored the first goal of the game. Nearly in again, but that shot ended up just a little high and wide. Onward we play. It's now North Park, 5-on-5 hockey as the Bears have successfully killed off the cross-checking call. And Farrell will carry this up through the defensive zone. The Bears take right back over in the neutral zone. North Park ejects the puck from their own end. Bears dump in once more. Off the end boards it comes. There's a springy end boards here in Rink 1 in Aston, PA. And so North Park will have to be careful on those long dump-ins. Delayed offside, washed out. It'll be Klochek working it over to Farrell. Return pass to Klochek. Klochek works that puck past the blue line, but here come the Bears in the other direction, all the way across. They were looking for the 2-on-1 one-timer. But the ice seems a little bit tricky right now in the North Park end. Not the first player to have a puck hop over a stick. It's Bickoff with a couple of 5 alarm saves. And so we're going to get a delayed penalty here on North Park on the hit by the boards, but it was Bickoff keeping this one scoreless on the Bears side of things. All of a sudden, the Bears showing their teeth, and how, with a couple of point-blank shots. And so North Park goes to the penalty kill for the second time today. It will be Farrell to the box for 2 minutes. North Park 2-goal lead, down a man though for the next two, with 14:06 left to go in this first half. Bears take that face-off win, looking to shoot in something in front, but it was cut out by North Park to start. It was Meller who had gotten in the way of that shot at the point. Good defensive work from the centerman. And so now North Park looks to get this puck up and out of the zone. It'll sit in the near corner as 3 North Park men in on the puck. 2 Bears join to try and get this puck off the wall, but it will be North Park able to get that puck up and out of the zone. The Bears will have to give chase. A reminder, there's no icing when you're on the penalty kill anymore at the 18U level in USA hockey. That's a rule change from the offseason. It's North Park now on the puck. They send it right in front of the camera well here. Grebin able to fire it past into the Bears zone once more. Hershey has to reset. It's Keyworth passing it to himself off the glass, killing off some more of this Hershey Bears power play. Puck eventually rolls to Halpern, who's looking for Keyworth all the way into the offensive end. Bears will take over near corner and fire that puck up to the blue line. Not out. Samosi able to keep that in the zone just for a moment. Here come the Bears back in the other direction. It's a 3-on-2 if the Bears hurry. They get jammed up at the blue line, but they stay onside. Hershey throws it toward the slot. It was a great stick lift by Klochek. And onward we play here as Samosi carries it into the offensive end. Samosi shoots, and it's blocked over to the corner. He throws it toward the slot. Tenenbaum able to keep the puck in the zone as it rolls up toward Keyworth, and he's going to work it on back to Klochek, who can dump on in to kill off more of this penalty that still has 17 seconds left on it. North Park's had a few shorthanded chances, and they had the shorthanded goal earlier as well. And so you have to like what you see from the North Park special teams thus far. It's Samosi, far side of the ice, sends it all the way down. That'll kill off the rest of this power play, and it was on net and covered up. And so it was the clearance by North Park that leads to an offensive zone draw. And shots 9-5 here in Aston, PA, in North Park's favor. But don't let that fool you. The Bears have had several close-in chances, and Bickoff has stood tall. This is Meller, far side of the ice. It's one forward by North Park. Meller gets it back, works it back to Halpern at the point. Halpern dumps it to some open ice on the nearest side. Bigliotti leaves for Meller. Meller all the way out front. Sneaking in was Halpern there. He gets it back in the slot. That's a kick save and a butte through traffic by the Bears netminder. And then the Bears do eventually get this puck all the way up and out. Icing had already been watched. Bickoff able to play that up to Farrell. Farrell on the puck, works it up and out of the zone. The Bears clear the zone and come right back in. Farrell turns with his man there. Bigliotti with the long reach forces that pass all the way deep into the zone to prevent any scoring chance. It's Halpern working it back over toward Bigliotti, who leaves for Farrell. Farrell on the puck, reverses up to Bigliotti, and Bigliotti on the forehand, able to send that up to the blue line. Here come the Bears back into the offensive end as they stalk forward and try to get a shot on goal. It's the Bears still with the puck. They do shoot. That hit the face mask of Bickoff, stays in play. And another shot comes in. That one whisks wide. And so it'll be North Park able to leave the zone, but only for a moment. The Bears come right back in. They send that all the way across to the Bears. Bigliotti pumps that up to the blue line. Shot in. And a couple of defenders' sticks from North Park prevent that shot from reaching the goal mouth. It's North Park looking to break out on the near side of the ice. This one's going to go all the way down, though, for an icing as it crosses the end line. And so, with 10.5 left to go in the first, it's a defensive zone draw upcoming for North Park. Well, folks, we can't thank you enough for joining us here on a Sunday morning. We know it's a beautiful day outside on the East Coast, but we're so happy you chose to join us here today. This is the Hershey Bears far side of the ice until that pass is picked off by Klochek. He's able to work it forward. Icing already waved here as Grebin sprints after that puck. He's able to body his man in the near corner, and it's the Hershey Bears trying to break out across the ice. They do so far as the logo. And North Park able to fire right back toward the blue line. The Bears end up in the offensive end. Puck's ping-ponging around out there in the neutral zone just a little bit. And so North Park goes to work on getting puck possession back. It's Klochek, far side of the ice, able to work it out of the zone, and giving chase is Tenenbaum and Grebin. Tenenbaum and Finkelstein now combine to get that puck over to Keyworth, who shoots in, and it's frozen nicely by the Bears netminder, and so gives us a stoppage in play at 9:39 left to go in the first. More than halfway through the first, which I guess puts us in the second quarter of this game. As a reminder, there'll be an ice cut at the end of this first half, as there is in all EJ games. That'll be about a 10-minute delay, but don't go anywhere other than maybe refilling that cup of coffee on a Sunday morning. This is Meller in the far corner. On the puck, it gets jammed up. Samosi was in there too for support, but that puck is against the Zamboni doors. What happens at these rinks sometimes is that the ice has just a little bit of a decline, I guess, off to where the Zamboni drives. It's just a tiny little hill where the Zamboni comes on the ice, but the puck can get caught against the boards there where the ice slopes down just a bit, and the puck did, in fact, get caught there. And so we had a face-off, one there by the Hershey Bears, and they will break on into the offensive zone, but without possession. It's Halpern firing it over to Farrow. Farrow up to Samosi. Samosi skates across the logo into the offensive end, carries it to the near circle, and then works it up to Farrow at the point. Farrow able to spin it on back towards Sweeney. Sweeney for Samosi. Samosi around to Meller. Meller on the puck, far side. He's got Halpern up at the point, but he didn't want to risk the pass up to him lest it be picked off by the Bears. Here come the Bears in the other direction through the neutral zone, but they are offside. And so 8:45 left to go here in the first half. It'll be a neutral zone drop upcoming from the IceWorks Skating Complex, Game 4 of the EJEPL Showcase. Both teams out there skating hard. This is a tough deal when you've had a bunch of games on the weekend to bring it for Game 4, but credit to both teams, both working hard out there. The North Park pass goes just a little bit wanting, and so the puck is iced, and it'll be a face-off all the way down in the North Park end, near side of the ice. Tenenbaum, Bigliotti, Keyworth, Klochek, and Finkelstein as the 5 skaters in white sweaters on the ice. Near circle drop, one there by the Bears. Fired in, Bickoff sticks that aside. And it'll be the Bears keeping the zone and dumping in deep once more. Keyworth mans the side of the net. Puck left there for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum on the puck, carries it all the way to the near side of the ice. Sees Bigliotti up in front of the camera well, tries to get it to him, but it's the Bears throwing it all the way across the slot. It was a big save there by Bickoff. Puck still loose in the mid-slot. It's the Bears now working that puck in deep. Keyworth there to try and settle things down at the end boards. He's able to cycle it off the curved wall all the way up to Finkelstein, who can bat that puck farther. Carrying it into their own end are the Bears. Circling for it was Bigliotti. He gets it back on the forehand. Look out! Shoots just high of the cage. It hits the glass behind the net. This is now North Park on the puck, near side of the ice. They'll dump in once more, and Finkelstein will give chase. It's North Park, desperate to get this toward the goal mouth. They do, but it's gobbled and covered up by the Bears netminder, and so just a shot on goal there for the home team. Nothing more just yet. Go ahead and get ours to match the board in the rink. It's an offensive zone draw here for North Park with 7:37 left to go in this first half. It's Meller, Grebin, Farrow, Halpern, and Samosi as the five skaters on the ice. Meller at the dot. North Park takes that win back to Grebin. Fired in. It's blocked in front. A brave block from the Bears forward in the slot. It's now Halpern on the puck. Spins it on down. Fired in by Grebin. Saved nicely once more by the Bears. And it'll be Halpern on the puck, working that deep for Samosi. Samosi throws it in front, comes back to Halpern, fired in it, hits a defender side of the cage. North Park peppering the goal right now, unable to find a way to get to the twine. It's Grebin firing in, that's blocked in the slot. The Bears shot blocking machines right now, and we'll get a stoppage in play as some players get into it by the net. Now it looks like it'll be Meller going to the box here after a couple of Bears took exception. And so we'll see if anyone from Hershey is pulled along as well. Now the officials will just talk this one over. Certainly Meller to the box. The way the players are skating back to the North Park end tells me this will just be a call on North Park, and so expect some 5-on-4 hockey. The question will be for how long and what the specific call is. Get our clock right here, 7:04 left to play in the first half. It's a 2-0 lead for North Park. And the officials continue to discuss the specifics of the call. Now the explanation to the Hershey Bears. Looks like they are going to pull a Bear off the bench into the box here. And so, not so fast on the face-off location. Could be 5-on-5 hockey, 4-on-4, depending on how the calls were made. It was all during the same play. So you would expect coincidental minors here. But it's Meller now heading out of the penalty box and perhaps off the bench. And all the way to the locker room. And so, if that's how it goes for North Park, it certainly looks like it's going to. That is just like Vigliotti's ejection in Game 2. It's going to be a costly one here for North Park, as any ejection is. But with the shorter bench, that's a difficult one. Not really sure what Meller did to warrant the ejection. We'll have to check the score sheet afterwards. It just looked like your normal mix-up behind the play. But these officials saw something they didn't like, and that is unfortunate for Meller, who is the beating heart at center for this North Park team, and unfortunate for North Park as well. You hate to see it. It just seems like it was perhaps a more aggressive ejection than it needed to be, but it's a major to North Park. And so 5 minutes put on the board against North Park. There's a minor to the Hershey Bears, which means for the next 2 minutes, we're going to have 4-on-4 hockey, and then the Bears will have a major power play for 3 minutes at the stub end of the 5-minute call. Well, it's the Bears trying to get this puck out of their zone. They do, all the way into the offensive end. The Bears fire in. Bickoff with the shoulder save, and the rebound brushed to the corner. It sits at the end boards now. Does the puck. Bears trying to get that toward the net front, but it's Samosi who's able to wing that up toward Farrow. Farrow touches it beyond the blue line, and the Bears will have to reset all the way in their own end. A lot of ice out there with 4-on-4 hockey, and so expect some end-to-end action here as the Bears have a 2-on-2 into the neutral zone. Bears into the offensive end. Farrow takes a swipe at the puck, and he's able to jam up any shot Long enough for Tenenbaum to come on back. Calling for the puck up the center of the ice is Samosi. Tenenbaum stays on it into the offensive end. It was a 3-on-2 rush there for North Park. Samosi redirects it on net, and it was just a stick lift by the Bears that prevented Halpern from being in. It's now the Bears all the way across into the offensive end. They shoot in. Bickoff able to save that with perhaps the armpit, and it turned out to be a wonderful save from the old number 4 in the crease for North Park, as he saw the puck the whole way. Still 51 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey left to go here. And then it will be a 3-minute stub end of the major for the Bears, where they will have some 5-on-4 hockey, barring any additional paperwork. This is now North Park through Keyworth, emerging with the puck up to Vigliotti. Vigliotti on the puck in front of the camera well, works it all the way across the ice, and it took a deflection, no ice incoming. Vigliotti may have gained the line himself anyway. It's Klochek on the puck, fired in, kicked aside by the Bears netminder up into the netting, and so a shot on goal there for North Park. But nothing beyond that. We'll get ours to match the one in the arena once more. If you ever see the shots ticking up on your board with no comment from me, it just means we're trying to match. At least on the high end, shots on goal. Want to give everyone credit, including the goalies. In any event, this is North Park at the dot as we wait for the explanation to continue at the Bears bench momentarily. The Bears have 4 skaters out there. Unclear exactly what is going on. Looks like the Bears just looking for more pucks to be able to provide the game here. And so we'll be ready to roll here in a moment. We are. Finkelstein wins that forward without possession. Firing on it, though, is Bigliotti. Throws it off the back of the cage. Gets the puck back. On in is North Park. That puck was loose in front, but cleared by the Bears. And so now it'll be the Bears looking to get that puck up and out of the zone. Bigliotti cuts off that zone exit. Wings it over toward Finkelstein, who picks up that puck on the backhand and dumps it. It's now North Park trying to get possession once more. Bigliotti far side of the ice. 4 seconds left to go in 4-on-4 hockey, and then the power play begins for the Bears. 5-on-4 for the Bears here. Keyworth has the puck. He sends it all the way across, dumps it into the offensive end to kill off some of this major. 2:50 left to go on the major. If you're unfamiliar with the difference between a major and a minor, the power play team can score, and it does not erase the penalty. And so it's the Bears coming in, top of the slot with the puck. They fire it farther. Takes a deflection all the way over to the far side. Fired in once more. Snapping the pads down was Bickoff. Puck didn't get to him. The Bears trying to get this puck toward the net front. It's Bigliotti and Halpern jamming up any net front attempt, and then North Park able to clear an excellent clear. A cheer from the bench for that clear, and this will be the Bears on the puck back in their end. 2:15 left to go on the man advantage here from Aston, PA. Just over 4 minutes left in this half as the Bears send that deep into the offensive end. Bickoff able to shepherd it to the side. It's North Park trying to get this puck out from the near corner. The Bears fired in once more. Bickoff with the save. The Bears can't pull the trigger because getting across was Halpern on the rebound. The one-timer shot and scored by the Bears. With 3:55 left to go in this first half, the Bears find the back of the net and cut North Park's lead in half. Well, Bickoff had made several very impressive saves on the sequence, and it was a nifty pass by the Bears that saw them score on the one-timer deep in the North Park zone. Now this will be Grebin, Samosi, Klochek, and Keyworth as the 4 skaters in white. Still 1:43 left to go on the power play for the Bears as Bickoff makes a save there on the initial zone entry. And it's the Bears now warming to the task behind the net. Keyworth able to rub his man off the puck. Bears still in possession, though, all the way at the top of the slot. It's the Bears firing in. Bickoff with a save. Grebin on the puck now on the zone exit. Grebin able to softly toss that up to Samosi, who dumps in and gives chase on the penalty kill. It's Samosi jamming up the play at the offensive end boards. Expert work by old 91 there to keep the puck in the offensive end on the kill. It's Klochek able to pick that pass off momentarily, but here come the Bears back in the other direction. Headman pass doesn't quite connect. Klochek has time to get over and send it toward the boards. It's the Bears firing in. Bickoff able to stop that puck underneath the pads. He had to snap him down quickly, and he did. And that puck stays out of the back of the North Park net. And so, just like that, a shot on goal and an offensive zone draw upcoming for the Bears, who find themselves down a goal but still up a man for the next 51 seconds. It'll be a near circle drop in the North Park zone. It's Tenenbaum on the puck, able to work it toward Finkelstein, who carries it up and out of the zone. Finkelstein in full flight now, all the way in, gets a shot on goal, and it's left there by the Bears netminder, so play can continue as Hershey is on the power play. Hershey still on the puck, coming all the way up near side of the ice. They'll break into the offensive zone. They try to dance around Farrow, unable to do so. That puck's flicked up and deep from Farrow to Finkelstein. Hershey has to reset all the way in their own end. It's a quick up, but picked off by Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum still on the puck. Near side of the ice, works it up to Farrow at the blue line. Farrow fires in. There was a deflection in front. Finkelstein tried to get it between the legs of the netminder, but it was a save in the end by the visitors, and an offensive zone draw upcoming for North Park. 12 seconds left to go on the major against North Park. 2:16 left to go in this half. It's the Bears emerging with the puck off the faceoff. One last rush here with the man advantage for Hershey as that puck flits across the North Park zone. North Park first to it. They send it up to the blue line. 5-on-5 hockey here for Sweeney to pick up that puck and dump on in. Sweeney gives chase behind the net. Bears work that puck all the way up the near side. The rest of the North Park skaters were changing, and here come the Bears back in the other direction. It's the Bears' side of the cage. Bickoff gets across to get a glove on it, and now it's Vigliotti sending that puck up towards Sweeney. Sweeney bats it farther and carries it into the offensive zone. The Bears try to spin it up to the neutral zone. They do. It's dumped in there by Samosi. Samosi on the puck as puck just flits past into the neutral zone, and so it'll be Vigliotti picking up, carrying into the offensive end. Surrounded by Bears there as Hershey sends that puck up to the neutral zone, but Keyworth picks off, comes in, shoots in, and that's saved nicely by the Bears netminder. And so we get a stoppage in play with 1:12 left to go in this first half. A reminder, there'll be a 10-minute ice cut, and then we'll be right back at this link for all the second half action from Game 4 of the 18U EJ Diamond Showcase here in Aston, PA. This is Vigliotti at the dot. Sweeney and the slot. That puck comes up to the point. Klochek able to keep it there. It was Keyworth who fired it in. Klochek, his defensive partner, awaits at the blue line. Sweeney looks for the return pass from Vigliotti. Klochek's pinched in to keep the puck in the zone. Here come the Bears in the other direction. Samosi had traded spots with Klochek there to keep numbers back for North Park. We're under a minute to play here. It's the Bears with the puck. They shoot in. Bickoff with the save and the follow-up. Oh, boy, what a save there from Bickoff. As he made the initial one, the rebound sat in front, and Bickoff with a strong push to make the double save and keep this a one-goal lead for North Park. Puck sits at the end boards now. Hershey needs to clear. 25 seconds left to go. Hershey on up. The near side, it's a partial break. Keyworth gets across to prevent that break from getting toward the net. It's the Bears firing in. That shot goes wide of the cage. It's spun around to the near side of the ice. Hershey trying to get that puck out front, and instead, it's chipped up and out by North Park. With 5 seconds left to go here in this first half, Hershey will dump on in, and the whistle goes for icing. And you have to think they may just burn this last second off the clock to end the half, as there's not much that can be done when the puck is dropped with 0.7 seconds left to go in the half. And so it looks like we're going to go to halftime. North Park with a 2-1 lead and a shot advantage of 21-15 in the rink, 21-20 on our board here on the broadcast. Well, just a delay. Unclear what the officials seem to be unhappy about here. as there's a discussion between the players. But there goes the buzzer, and that'll do it. Here for the first half from Aston, PA. Stick around. We'll have all the coverage for you next, right here on Midnight Sports.
Hockey fan.
Well, welcome on back to Aston, PA. The ice has been cut, just waiting on teams and officials, and then we can get the second half rolling. It was a rollicking first half here from Aston, PA. Looked like North Park was going to be in control. A quick goal just a minute in, followed by a shorthanded goal. And North Park, you'd be forgiven for thinking they were off to the races and about to run riot against the Bears, but all credit to the Bears. They have fought their way back into this game, and it's a 2-1 hockey game and a very entertaining one at that. And of course, that makes the drive back on the turnpike, either west or north, a little more fun when the hockey's been fun beforehand. In any event, officials returning to the ice. We'll get going here in just a moment. There'll be, as always, an abbreviated warm-up period. No time on the clock for that, but the team's starting to filter out of the locker rooms, and so we should be ready to roll here in just a couple of minutes. A reminder, North Park back in action next weekend, and we hope to have all the coverage for you, subject to carrier restrictions, right here on Midnight Sports, and you'd be forgiven for thinking it'd be nice to get home sometime soon. Not sure if that's just subliminal messaging from our cameraman here, but in any event, North Park back home next weekend for a 2-game set. But first, 25 minutes of EJEPL action here from Aston, PA. Stick around, enjoy some royalty-free music. This is Midnight Sports. Mini warm-up period ongoing here to start the second half of this EJEPL Game 4 for North Park. This is it on the weekend for the team from Long Island City, and so stick around for this 25 minutes of game action. And we'll see who Coach Will sends over the boards to kick us off here. Looks like it'll be Ryan Speaker taking over the blue paint, so the goaltenders look to be splitting this game. And so Speaker will have to have some big shoes to step into there, as Bickoff was a shining star there late in that first half, keeping this a 1-goal game. And it'll be North Park with just a little last-minute strategy at their bench. It'll be Tenenbaum, Grebin, Eworth, Klochek, and we'll see who the fifth skater is going to be here for North Park as we get set to get going. We'll pull that L3 off the screen for you. So it can be all about hockey. Shots 21-20 in North Park's favor on our screen. 21-15, in North Park's favor on the big board. It's Sweeney who joins the 5 skaters on the ice. And the goaltender's being checked. Scorekeeper being checked. We're ready to roll here from Aston, PA. This is Tenenbaum. Clean win back to Keyworth. Keyworth on the puck. Klocek calls for it. Gets it on the point-to-point pass. All the way across goes that diagonal pass. It's picked off, though, now as it's shot in by the Bears. They'll pick it up near half wall. They fire it all the way across. Bears right back on the front foot here to start this second half. North Park able to get that puck up and out of the zone. At the logo it comes. Soft dump in by the Bears. Picked up there by Keyworth. Keyworth goes backhand to forehand. Curls in front of his net. Finds Klocek. That puck worked up, but it's going to be shot in. It was the Ice Monster. Thank you, Mr. Zamboni driver, keeping that shot from coming off, and now it's Grebin all the way in. First save of the second half for the Bears as Grebin dumps that puck in just a bit deeper. And this will be Halpern pitching in to keep the zone. Halpern and Sweeney combine to get the puck to Grebin. Far side of the ice all the way across for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum on the backhanded shot. It goes just wide. Grebin dumps in once more. North Park now trying to play a cycle game to take some of the edge off the Bears. Farrell pinches all the way in. That one's going to go all the way down for an icing, and we'll get our first stoppage in play with 23:54 left to go in this second half. An offensive zone draw upcoming for North Park. It'll be Vigliotti, Finkelstein, and Samosi as the forwards, backed up by Farrell and Halpern. Near circle drop here on a very cold rink number 1 at the IceWorks skating complex. Finkelstein wins it forward, but without possession. Bears can't quite get the puck out of the zone at first offer. Samosi long reach, and then Vigliotti combine to keep the puck in. Finkelstein spins that on net. We get a stoppage again as it's covered up by the Bears netminder. We'll do it all over again near circle. Under 24 minutes left to play here in the second. This is Finkelstein at the dot. Wins it forward once more and gives chase. Keeps the puck near the end boards. The Bears will have to try the far side of the ice. They do. Here comes Hershey all the way across into the neutral zone. But it was Vigliotti who got stick on puck. Finkelstein can dump in once more. Samosi gives chase behind the net of the Bears. It's Samosi who's going to pick up that puck in front of the Zamboni, or spun in front. Couldn't get to it. Was a North Park stick. And so the Bears able to get that puck up and out of the zone. Finkelstein has it back in the neutral zone. We'll send it back to Halpern. Halpern retrieves, sends it up to Farrell. Farrell across. He finds Vigliotti. Vigliotti into the offensive end, and it's redirected just to the near post and wide. So it'll be the Bears setting up once more. They send it all the way through the neutral zone, and they'll give chase. Spinning puck's not going to be iced. Bears have it. They try to send it to the net front. Instead, North Park first to it. Bears have it back in the slot. Backhander goes well wide. Vigliotti and Farrell give chase in that far corner. Puck bumped up towards Samosi. The Bears come away with it at that half wall. North Park gets a stick on it, fired in. Speaker kicks that out, makes the follow-up save. The Bears still have the puck. They try the side of the net, can't quite get around, and so it'll be Halpern to pick up the puck and send it back in the other direction. Samosi all alone on a line change, side of the cage, backhander. No, scored. How about that? Well, it was Rafi Samosi doubling the North Park lead. He was all alone in the North Park offensive end. Looked like he had been stoned on the backhander. Instead, he was able to flick it up and past the Bears netminder and turn this into a 3-1 hockey game with 22-24 left to go in the second half. This is now Grebin able to get in front of a zone breakout. Tenenbaum has the puck. Far side shooting in. Tried to go high shoulder. That puck just a little bit over the net. It's now Tenenbaum who gets the puck back. Near side of the ice. He'll drop it down to Grebin. Grebin has Klocek up at the point. Finds Tenenbaum instead. Shot in. Rejected by the Bears. Klocek pinches in to keep the zone. Works it down low towards Sweeney. Sweeney and Tenenbaum give chase. Cycled puck up toward Klocek. Fired all the way across the blue paint. Nobody home to tuck it in. It's Tenenbaum settling it for Keyworth, far side. Keyworth, top of that far circle. He'll curl with the puck, sends it into the slot looking for Sweeney. Sweeney able to dump that deeper in the zone. North Park now cooking in the offensive end, and they get a tight shot in. That's saved nicely once more by the Bears netminder with 21:37 left to go in this second half. Offensive zone draw upcoming. Line change as well for North Park. It's Bigliotti and Samosi flanking Finkelstein. It's Farrow and Halpern as the defensive pair. Puck's dropped. Finkelstein wins it toward the slot. The Bears will come away with it. They flick it up and out of the zone, but Farrow able to settle it for Halpern. Halpern up the near side, finds Bigliotti on the bank pass. Bigliotti in, tries to pull the trigger there. Instead dumps it deeper in the zone. He was looking for Finkelstein. Puck rolls to the Zamboni doors, and it'll be North Park and the Bears jousting for it all the way through the blue paint. That puck goes. Farrow settles it, sends it across the slot. It's touched up to Halpern, who finds Samosi. Samosi on the puck. On the forehand, curls around behind the net. Still Samosi on the puck. He's able to maintain possession all the way into the near corner, and this will be North Park trying to touch it home through Finkelstein. A good defensive play by the Bears. Sees the puck roll over towards Samosi. Samosi up to Farrow, fired in, blocked shot, and now it'll be the Bears coming back in the other direction. It's the Bears all the way into the offensive end, and the Bears continue to carry the puck. They throw it out toward the net front. Nobody home to tuck it home, and the Bears fire in. Deflected shot all the way to the near corner. Bears spin it out front. It sits in front. Speaker throws the big glove on it. Look what he found under the pads there. As that puck just came into his skates, he was able to jump on it before any Bears stick touched it. And so, with 20:31 left to go in this second half, it's a defensive zone draw upcoming for North Park. Nothing more just yet. Now, far side of the ice, this is Tenenbaum. Clean win, and it's sent all the way up and around. It was North Park nearly off to the races through Grebin. Grebin tries to clear it in the neutral zone. Rolling puck's going to come all the way across the blue line, but it was touched farther by Klochek. And now Keyworth back to his own end to pick it up. Keyworth able to hang on to that puck. And it's a breakout here for North Park. Grebin was calling for it for the headman pass. He gets it at the offensive blue line. Spins it back. It sits in front. And it's shot. It's still under the pads. We get a quick whistle there. The Bears have some words with Tenenbaum. That puck was loose. It was a stray whistle. Whistle went just a bit too soon. North Park should feel aggrieved that they weren't able to tuck that one home. The officials explaining to the Bears who was at fault on that one. In any event, it goes down as a save at first, and then perhaps an assist to the officials. Onward we play. It's Keyworth in the slot, firing in, kicked aside by the Bears netminder. He's had himself a wonderful game between the pipes. It's North Park to pick all the way up in their own end, but this puck's going to go for an icing. So under 20 left to play here from Aston, PA. It's North Park 3, Hershey Bears 1, all still to play for from suburban PA. And an offensive zone draw for Tenenbaum to take. Tenenbaum able to work that up to the blue line, and it's dumped in once more by Klochek. Firing on the puck is Tenenbaum on the forecheck. The Bears will use the glass to get this up and out. All the way back goes Grebin to pick up in stride. Grebin on up for Sweeney. Sweeney carries it across the blue line, returns the pass to Grebin. It's Grebin in the slot, pulls the trigger, and the puck just hopped it off his stick at the last moment. So North Park will have to reset at the blue line. That puck hits a shin guard, stays in the North Park zone, and now it's the Bears at the side of the cage looking to come around front. Speaker shuts down the wraparound attempt, and here comes Grebin back in the other direction. Grebin all alone through the logo, able to get that puck into the offensive zone to allow North Park time to make their line change. It's Finkelstein now on the puck hunt. The puck will roll all the way to Farrow, and so it's Farrow touching that puck up and toward the point. Puck sits in the high slot, but it is touched out by Samosi. Onward we play. This is now Finkelstein carrying the puck forward into the offensive end. Finkelstein goes around a man there, has the puck on his backhand behind the cage. Still Finkelstein, works it up to the point, finds Halpern. Halpern dumps in once more for Samosi. Samosi cycles the puck deeper. It's Bigliotti firing on the puck now. Samosi joins for support. That puck gets caught against the Zamboni doors, same as it did in the first half. Kicked farther for Bigliotti, who pulls the trigger. Rejected by the Bears netminder. It's Samosi now on the backhand. He'll curl toward the forehand. He's pushed wide. Samosi trying to buy some time and space. That puck spun out to the far circle, but it's kept in by Farrow, who's got a man on his shoulder. Farrow able to keep the puck in the zone. Farrow just getting mugged now in the offensive zone, but he was able to keep North Park in possession. It's Vigliotti all the way in the offensive end. Samosi picks it up. He goes around a man. Oh, boy, if he had scored there, goal of the year candidate. Instead, the puck hopped over his stick. North Park able to keep the zone once more as that puck is racked up and out eventually by the Bears. Well, what a shift there by that North Park line. Didn't end in a goal, but it certainly looked pretty. It's Halpern all the way into the offensive end. Spins that over toward the Zamboni doors. Grebin on the puck. It's Grebin all the way up to the blue line. On the wrist, he's able to send that down towards Sweeney, who bats it toward the goal mouth. And now it'll be Keyworth pulling it off the boards. North Park with some verve right now in this last 2 or 3 minutes. The Bears trying to get this puck up and out. They can't get past Grebin, who fires that, and he shoots. He scores. Well, that's a North Park goal, and credit the screen in front in the pinpoint shot into the top corner as Grebin was able to pick his spot and increase this North Park lead. It's a 4-1 hockey game now. As now it looks like Sweeney to the box and a Bear to the box. I was wondering what the 5 gesture was from the officials. They were signaling 5-on-5 hockey here, and a good stick by Klocek there to keep that puck out of the North Park end. It's Keyworth now back at his own circle, turning with the puck. He's got Tenenbaum ahead of him. Tenenbaum works that puck out of the defensive zone right in front of the camera well. It'll be the Bears dumping in once more. North Park tries the far side of the ice. Klocek up for Grebin. Grebin pulls it off a stick, enters the offensive end. He's got Vigliotti for support. Drop pass to him. Vigliotti shoots, and it's blockered up into the netting. What a play there by North Park. Almost ends in a goal instead. It was an even better save on a good shot. And so just a shot on goal there for the team in white. With 16:37 left to play in this second half, it's Tenenbaum at the dot. Tenenbaum clean win to Vigliotti. Toward the slot that pass goes. It misses all sticks, so Grebin across to try and rub his man out of the play. He does. Deflected shot on net by Vigliotti. Sees a nice save, and now it's a breakaway for the Bears. The Bears in all alone. They try to go past Speaker, and he's able to make the save between the leg pads and keep this a 3-goal hockey game. Now Speaker kept on sliding over with the skater from the Bears who had come in on the break. And so just like that, it's a defensive zone draw, nothing more for North Park. This is Finkelstein at the dot. Wins it over toward the near half wall. Samosi in for support. Carries it up to the blue line. North Park able to get that puck all the way up and out. Should go for an icing, and it does. We'll do it all over again with 16:08 left to go in the second. And a defensive zone drop for North Park. Well, this is Finkelstein at the dot once more. He's got Farrow on the near half wall. Manning the slot, Samosi and Halpern, and Vigliotti awaits at the far circle. That one's fired in, chipped just to the side of the cage. The Bears with the puck in that corner, but it's Halpern able to dispossess his man. Samosi carries it up to the blue line, and now turning with it is Halpern to try and go point to point with Farrow. Again, the ice just a little bit choppy at that end. Hard to make a pinpoint pass, but North Park did enough to get it up and out of the zone. It's Vigliotti taking the puck off his man. It's chipped forward, and now Samosi one-on-one. Samosi into the offensive end. Vigliotti joins the rush. Samosi all the way across. Nearly touched home by Vigliotti. It'll be the Bears coming back in the other direction as Vigliotti sees that puck sit at the near half wall. He takes a hit up high. No call coming as the Bears had wanted a tripping call on Vigliotti. They didn't get it, so call it one aside and no call coming. It's North Park now in the slot. Fired in. Shot just wide. Comes a Vigliotti. He shoots and he scores. Now Lorenzo Vigliotti able to pull that off the side of the cage after the Keyworth shot and tuck it home to give North Park a 4-goal lead. And just like that, North Park in danger of breaking this one open with 15-12 left to go in the second half. Ensuing faceoff will be Tenenbaum at the dot, flanked by Samosi and Grebin. Klochek and Keyworth back as the defenders. Now we've got a timeout on the ice by the Hershey Bears, so stick around, enjoy some royalty-free music. We'll be right back here on Midnight Sports. Puck's dropped, and we're ready to roll after the Hershey Bears timeout. This will be Samosi on the faceoff win, carrying the puck in. And it's Samosi with it behind the Bears' cage. Klochek awaits at the point. That puck cycled down just a bit deeper by North Park. And Grebin and Klochek combined to keep the puck in the zone. Klochek has it back, works it deeper once more. Fired across toward the slot by Samosi. It hits a skate, but Keyworth able to wing that puck just deeper into the zone. Here come the Bears, though, in the other direction. We're under 15 minutes left to play. Bears enter the offensive zone. Klochek able to cut out the threat as that puck rolls harmlessly to the corner. This will be North Park trying to get that puck up and out. The Bears have it side of the cage. Rolling puck. It was a shot cut out by Grebin. And now North Park all the way back in the other direction. It's Keyworth trying to center that puck for Grebin. Instead, it comes off the glass. And here come the Bears in the other direction. All the way across was Tenenbaum as that puck sits in front of the camera well. And now it's Grebin picking up in front of his own bench. Grebin up for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum works that puck up towards Samosi. Samosi able to gain the line and dump in as the Bears try to take over behind their own cage. It's Fairhout keeping that puck in the zone. And it's back to Tenenbaum, who was looking for Vigliotti, who had been the last man on the line change. He was trailing all the way in, so that puck all the way out. Speaker stops it at the end boards for Halpern. Halpern's going to carry that puck up through the slot. He finds Vigliotti. One-touch pass for Finkelstein. He gains the line, dumps on in. Grebin can give chase. It's the Bears first to it in front of the Zamboni doors. They work it up, but not past Halpern at the far point. North Park keeps the zone. Grebin surveys his options, works it up toward Vigliotti, who fires that across the goal mouth. Fairhouse come all the way in to keep that puck in the zone. He fires it toward the slot. It was Vigliotti coming across, deflected all the way up to Halpern. Halpern on down low to Grebin, fired into the slot once more. Bears first to it. This one's going to go all the way down. This will be Speaker just to stop that puck and then play it on up to Halpern. Halpern on the puck, works that all the way toward Vigliotti. The Bears will take over in the neutral zone and dump it into the offensive end. It's still the Hershey Bears. They fire in. Speaker throws the glove out, makes the save, and we'll get a stoppage in play here with 12:48 left to go in this second half. A shot on goal for the Bears, nothing more. just yet. Now, nearly halfway through the second half. I guess we'll be entering the fourth quarter in a moment. And this will be Tenenbaum at the dot to do the honors. One there by the Bears, dumped in farther. Bears will try the near side of the ice. It's the Bears centering that puck. It sits in front. Speaker with the save. Puck still loose, but it will be Keyworth emerging with it. Keyworth in full stride into the offensive end. Rolling puck comes back to Keyworth. He shoots, spilled in front, shot once more. There's a pile of bodies in front, and that's what prevented that puck from getting to the back of the net. And so it's a shot aside on the sequence as North Park looks to break out of their own end. That is Keyworth on the puck. He works it up to the offensive blue line. The Bears will come right back in the other direction. Klocek has that shot go wide as he pushed his man wide. It was good defending there from Klocek to make sure his man didn't have a shooting angle. Speaker got a stick on it. No credit with him with a shot on goal save, but it was Klocek who had cut out any threat in that direction. Now the Bears try to pour right back in to the offensive end. They throw it out front. No one home for Hershey. And here comes Tenenbaum back in the other direction. It's Tenenbaum joined by Grebin into the offensive end. Tenenbaum still on the puck. Calling for it was Halpern as a trailer to the play. Puck back to Tenenbaum, far side of the ice. Thrown toward the slot, touched just wide by Grebin. And it's North Park trying to set something in the slot once more. It's Tenenbaum firing in. That puck flutters over the shoulder and the cage, but it's Farrow keeping the puck in the zone as it had whipped off the curved glass. It's Grebin bodying his man at the end boards in the offensive zone. The Bears again try this near side of the ice to push the puck out. Across was Finkelstein to cut out that zone breakout at first, and now Halpern back to his blue line to pick up the puck as we tick under 11 minutes left to play here in Aston, PA. It's Farrow all the way across the logo with the puck. He'll dump that in deep, and it's Grebin off to the races to pick it up on this near side of the ice. Grebin touches it farther there, gets the puck back, and spins it down deeper for Finkelstein to fire on. Joining him is Halpern, far side of the ice. Halpern able to use momentum to keep that puck off the Zamboni wall. He tries to find a streaker toward the slot. Instead, it hits a stick, so Farrow all the way back to his blue line for it. Farrow on the puck, pushed wide, tries to spin it over toward Vigliotti. Vigliotti long reach, able to pull that into the offensive end. It's Vigliotti carrying that puck deeper. Spins off his stick, and it'll be the Bears saucering that out of the defensive zone. All the way across comes Keyworth to pick this puck up. Keyworth up the center of the ice, nearly had Finkelstein and then Vigliotti, but the puck eventually finds Grebin to carry just a bit farther. Keyworth now in front of the scorer's bench, able to pull that puck from between the skates of Finkelstein and work it over toward Klocek. Klocek back to Keyworth. Keyworth across the logo into the offensive zone. That puck touched farther by Finkelstein, and North Park tries to get to work in the offensive end. It's the Bears coming up the strong side of the ice on the breakout, but it's Klocek keeping it in at the blue line. Klocek shoots on the near post, just missed, high and wide. This is now the Bears in a breakaway in the other direction. The Bears all the way on the puck, and they shoot and they score. Well, don't go anywhere just yet. It's a 5-2 hockey game now on the breakaway from the Bears. They were able to find that far post glove side after curling on in. And so, 9.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. It's a 5-2 hockey game. And the ensuing faceoff will be Tenenbaum, Sweeney, and Samosi as the three forwards. Now the official just explaining what the circle at center ice means and staying out of it to both Sweeney and his colleague who had encroached. Anyway, here come the Bears right back in the other direction once more. It's Farrow settling the puck down, far side of the ice. He works it up towards Sweeney, and Sweeney will pick that puck farther and carry it farther there. It's now Samosi trying to jam up the zone break, and Farrow gets across to do the same. And the Bears just have to dump in on the near side of the ice. It's Halpern to pick up behind his own net. Halpern on the puck there. He works that puck on up to Samosi, who chips it farther across the logo. And the Bears will come back in the other direction, but only so far as Farrow at his blue line. Farrow carries the puck farther into the offensive end. Farrow Screen shot gets deflected wide, and the Bears cover up there with 8:42 left to go in this second half. It'll be an offensive zone drop for North Park as they look to reestablish that 4-goal lead. It's Vigliotti, Keyworth, Grebin, Finkelstein, and Klochek as the 5 skaters in white sweaters. Grebin at the dot, works it to Vigliotti. Vigliotti in the slot, shoots in just high of the cage. The Bears try to pick it up, but it's Vigliotti first to it. Players connect on that far side of the ice. Vigliotti able to work that puck just a bit deeper after Klochek had kept the zone. It's now the Bears coming back across center ice and dumping in. Fluttering puck sent up by Keyworth toward Grebin. Hacked off a stick, though, by the Bears. North Park will have to reset in the neutral zone. They do. Grebin all the way into the offensive end. He shoots, and that puck got caught on a Bears stick. And so with 8:10 left to go in this second half, another offensive zone draw for North Park on the near side of the ice. Same 5 skaters will stay out there for the team from Long Island City. Clean win by North Park, but it was a puck that was spinning on end and hopped over a stick, so Keyworth back for it, and it's now Klochek working that puck up and out of the defensive zone. Looked like Hershey might still have been offside, but no one's any worse for the wear here as Keyworth able to work that up to Klochek. Klochek on the puck, stops at the point and sends it deeper into the zone. It hits a shin guard. The Bears, though, able to get possession of the puck in the neutral zone. Across comes Vigliotti. Vigliotti pulls it out of his skates, gets the puck over to Grebin. Grebin fires that puck in, and it's saved nicely by the Bears netminder. So just a shot on goal there, nothing more just yet. We'll get our shots even there on the board. In any event, shots 36-29 on our board, 36-21 in the rink, both in North Park's favor. This will be Tenenbaum, Samosi, Sweeney, Halpern, and Farrow as the 5 skaters in white. Samosi takes that face-off win, works it up to Farrow, and the puck shot on net, but the Bears defender is able to get stick on puck before it reached the goal mouth. All the way across it goes to Samosi. Samosi able to dump in. North Park back to the dump and chase game with that 3-goal lead. It's North Park sending it all the way across to Farrow. Farrow with the puck, side of the cage, shoots in, he shoots, he scores. Aiden Farrow picks his spots like he was playing a concerto out there. He found the top corner, and he's got them all dancing to his tune now on the ice. The man's not just a one-hit wonder. When he's out there skating around, it's a 6-2 lead. All right, apologies. A little bit of a technical issue there. You didn't miss any goals, certainly. And we should be back in action on the screen. Just about 5 minutes left to play. That puck gets iced. So we're down to 4:59 left to play. Try and get all of the tech here all set up for you. And so, back in action, as the Midnight Fort sports fans say. That puck's dropped. It's kicked toward the slot. Look out. It's the Bears. They have it. They shoot in. Speaker with a blocker save and a follow-up. That puck ends up on a North Park stick, and it's North Park coming back in the other direction. North Park in front, trying to get that puck to stay in the zone. It's Farrow. He of the Maestro, top corner, he shoots. He can't stop scoring out there. It's Aiden Farrow. Holy, holy, holy moly. He is absolutely pressing all the right keys on the ice. That's a 7-2 lead for North Park. And the old 31 is turning himself into an offensive defenseman out there. So it's a 5-goal lead here for North Park, as some discussion goes on about the clock and the score. 41 shots on the board in the rink for the home team. And so again, apologies for that technical difficulty earlier, but we should be ready to roll here in just a moment. All right, it's North Park on the puck, able to work that toward the offensive end. The Bears try to send it right back in the other direction. Keyworth and Klochek combine to keep that puck out of the North Park end. Tenenbaum touches it farther. The Bears will come back in the other direction. It's now the Bears into the offensive end as Keyworth works the puck to Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum works it on over to Samosi. Samosi into the offensive end. Rafi Samosi all the way in. Carries that puck deep, leaves for Keyworth. Keyworth up to Sweeney, fired on net. Puck spilled in front, still loose side of the cage. It hits the outside of the post. Follow-up shot, saved somehow by the Bears netminder. Puck sits in the corner. It's now Keyworth on the puck. Works it up to Klochek. Klochek in the slot on the forehand. It's saved nicely by the Bears netminder once more. Onward we play here as North Park has the puck side of the ice. Klochek works it on over to Samosi, who fires it back to Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum to Keyworth. Keyworth on up towards Sweeney. He's able to touch that puck. No icing coming as we tick toward 3 minutes left to play in this game. It's North Park trying to work that puck off the end boards. Puck flicked all the way around. Farrow nearly keeps the zone. Farrow on a hat trick right now. One more goal. And there's not going to be a hat left outside of the rink. It'll all be on the ice for Big Aiden. Anyway, it's the Bears trying to work this puck up out of their zone. It's Farrow who's looking toward the net front. He thought about it. Anyway, he lays a reverse hit on that far side of the cage. It's North Park still trying to throw that puck out front as Vigliotti has it side of the cage, trying to work it toward Tenenbaum. He does. Grebin calls for it at the point. Tenenbaum able to shift it over to it. Grebin dumps that puck in deep. Vigliotti goes for the puck in the corner. He's able to pull it off a stick and shoot in. That puck goes just high of the cage, hits the curved glass, goes all the way around. Farrow now on the puck, shoots in. That puck ends up in the netting after a deflection, and so we'll get a stoppage in play as the fans are going wild for Farrow right now, hoping he can get that third goal on the game. And with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left, you have to like his chances as he's been lasering the puck around this rink. They pulled him off the ice just for a moment, let him rest up and get that one long laugh shift at the end. This is Klochek able to work that puck just deeper, but here come the Bears in a breakaway in the other direction. It's the Hershey Bears breaking all the way in. Speaker all the way across. Shot never comes because it was Klochek and Keyworth who were able to sandwich the Bears man and keep him from getting a shot off. It's now Keyworth all the way in, all the way across, nearly tucked home, but instead a wonderful save by the Bears netminder. And with 100 seconds left to play, there's a lot of action still out there on the ice. It's Grebin at the logo, curling with the puck, works it back toward Vigliotti, who will pick up in his own end. Vigliotti on the puck, works it off the boards, and up to Keyworth, who touches it farther across at the blue line. That puck goes to Klochek. He was looking for Keyworth at the logo. Instead, it's going to come back to Grebin as the puck. But the Ice Monster gets him. Now it's a mini break. Shot in. Speaker able to make the save. And he releases it to the officials. And so with 1:16 left to play in this game, it's a defensive zone draw for North Park. Well, we're getting word from the truck. DraftKings has checked in. They're no longer taking any more bets on whether Farrell will get that hat trick because they don't want to lose too much money on what is a virtual certainty. This is now Halpern, far side of the ice. He's got the puck, and he's going to work it up the strong side. And Farrell is out there on the ice. This is Samosi curling with Sweeney. Samosi carries it farther. Farrell has been streaking in at the top of the slot. He was waiting for that puck, but now gets back on defense into the defensive end. Speaker gets down. He has that puck just stuck between the equipment, and so we'll get a stoppage in play with 46 seconds left, and most importantly, chance to get 8 in the puck one last time in the offensive end if North Park can break out here. This is Halpern. Tenenbaum, Samosi, Sweeney, and Farrell as the 5 skaters. It's Hershey possessing the puck. They fire in. Speaker with the save, and now it comes up to Samosi. He's one-on-one toward the offensive end. Rafi Samosi all the way in on the forehand, tight angle. He curls around behind the net, throws it in front. Tenenbaum gets that puck back. All the way up to Halpern, who keeps the zone. Dumped in once more. Comes up to Samosi. Side of the cage. Throws it in front once more. Tenenbaum sends that shot just wide. 20 seconds left to go. Farrell awaits at the point. Farrell calls for it. Puck goes just beyond his reach, and now it's a break in the other direction. Here come the Bears all the way in. They try to go around Speaker. They hit the post. He's done enough to prevent the shot from going into the back of the net. Puck spills across. 3 seconds left to go, and 2. And that should do it here from Aston, PA. It's a win for North Park. And a thank you from us for tuning on in here on Midnight Sports. We'll see you next weekend. We've gone final here. It's North Park 7, the Hershey Junior Bears 2. Until next weekend, stay safe.